What's going on, guys? Brian Rabbit here. Today is Tuesday. That means it's time for the weekly Nightfall Strike solo run. This week we're fighting the Nexus on Venus, and we've got a pretty interesting set of modifiers. So of course we got Epic and Nightfall. Those are going to be there every week. But we've got Angry. Minions of the Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. This is going to present a problem mostly in two different arenas. One, the first area where you're fighting a ton of Fallen. There's a lot of yellow health bar enemies there that normally you could take down by one-shotting them with a sniper rifle. They get stun locked, you shoot them again. They're going to be much more difficult this time around, so I'm going to recommend a lot of rockets against those guys. Next, Brawler. Guardian melee damage is increased. It's a very fun perk. I always am happy to see it, and there's no light switch this week, so there's no way to defend against it. Next, Grounded. Players take more damage while airborne, so don't try and run away by jumping up in the air. They're going to shoot you in the ass and you're going to die. So watch out for Grounded. That's one of those ones I'll forget about during a strike, and it will cost me dearly. Alright, so for my loadout, I'm going to start off with Fatebringer, Ephrodite Spear, and Galahorn. The reason I went with Galahorn here is because there's a lot of yellow health bar enemies right at the beginning of the strike, and it makes it a lot easier just to be able to fire a Galahorn into a group of them, do massive damage, and move on. Later in the strike, I will be switching it up. I will be switching to Icebreaker and just any old legendary rocket launcher or whatever. The reason for that is against the Nexus, it's nice to have unlimited sniper rifle bullets. If you don't have a Icebreaker, the strategy I'm going to use will still work. You'll just have to use a little more patience and some ammo packs. I am using the Glass House. This is a nearly useless exotic. The only reason I'm really using it is to level it up. So don't read too much into that. And that's going to do it. So let's fly on down and get this strike started. All right, guys, we have landed on Venus. It's time to get the strike started. This one shouldn't be too bad. There's not a whole lot that's going to be awfully dangerous here. And as long as we kind of keep our cool and stay back a little bit, don't get too aggressive, we really shouldn't get overwhelmed by too much stuff. There's no burns, so we don't have to worry about one type of enemy just like killing us with one shot. There's no light switch, so we don't have to worry about getting killed by a melee attack in one shot. It's really just not too bad a strike. The only thing I don't like about it is that there is no, or that Angry is turned on, so that nothing's going to be flinching when we shoot it. The biggest problem is just going to be that we don't do a whole lot of damage for a Nightfall. We're not doing burn damage, so you're going to be seeing me make liberal use of rockets to take down enemies that have shields. These yellow health bar Reavers are kind of a pain in the neck because you got to shoot them an awful lot, and they can shoot basically around corners. But really, shouldn't be that much of a big deal. It's just going to be a patience thing and ammo management type of thing. I was actually thinking today about running this strike just using Prison Elders weapons, and then I decided no. The Prison Elders weapons just aren't good enough. I do have basically all of them. I think I'm still missing the rocket launcher. I don't think I've picked that one up yet. But other than that, I think I've got them all. And I'm looking at them like, man, I don't want to use any of these. There's a couple that I don't mind. Like the Six Strike Pride isn't awful. The Scout Rifle isn't too bad. And the Sniper Rifle, actually I kind of like. Except my perks really stink on it. I have Shank Burn on a Sniper Rifle. With arc damage. So even in the Nightfall, right, when we're fighting these Shanks that have like mega shielding, because it's arc damage and not solar damage, it doesn't work on their shields, so it still takes multiple shots to take them down, which basically makes it, I would consider, worthless for a Nightfall. And that's disappointing. It used to be that we do a raid and we get some of the best weapons in the game. Fatebringer, Fang of Your Ute, like really good stuff. Black Hammer, all of this stuff. If you guys can hear kind of tapping, it's raining outside right now, so We're actually having a pretty good thunderstorm. So you may hear a little bit of background noise. It looks like I got the good spawn here. Basically, the first group of enemies can either spawn in that room or in the room that they're in here. And if they spawn in the room they're in, you're actually lucky. And you know what I forgot to do is turn on ether seeds. So I'm going to pop some ether seeds. So I get a little more glimmer per kill. And if we can throw some rockets into this room, I think we'll make hay with these rockets. Oh. Uh-oh, I'm stuck on a wall. Don't want to do that. Oh, you slippery little son of a bitch. There you go. Well, yeah, it's one of the disappointing things about Prison Elders, I think, is that the gear and the loot you get out of it just isn't really that good. Look at that. That is a lot of shots to put on a shank. See if I can huck a grenade into there. Not bad. Alright, we got the first servitor. That means that the next set is spawning. Actually, they're looking right at me. I'm going to back off. And everybody ran away. If the weapons from Prison Elders were as good as raid weapons, then I would have a lot more motivation to spend, 45 minutes fighting, the final boss. What the heck is his name? I forgot already. But the way it is that the rewards just aren't that hot. I've beaten Prison Elders 35 multiple times. I did it with the old burn methods. I've done it legitly. I've done it a lot. I've brought subscribers through it. But the thing is, there's really just no justification to do it. I mean, there's the fun part, right? But I would argue that running Vault of Glass, I would even argue running Crota's End is more fun. And it's a little bit disappointing, right? It would be nice if there was more randomization in the Prison Elders and the rewards were better to just kind of motivate you to do it. I think they're afraid to randomize, especially the level 35 version, because they could come up with a set of modifiers that make it nearly impossible. But I think that would be cool. To be honest with you, I am completely out of ammo. Well, except for rockets. We'll come out here and do a little ammo pickup. Let's save our last rocket for the captain that's going to come out. I am missing a lot of shots here, that's for sure. That guy's not. There we go. Alright, here's a shank. Let's see if we can take him down. Look at that. 3 Effort Spear shots. Effort Spear is a high-powered sniper rifle. That's crazy. These guys are nuts. So what'd you guys think of Bungie Day? I know there was a lot of complaints in the community. I actually thought it was pretty good. Like, I liked kind of getting that little... What do they call it? Moments of triumph, where you could actually kind of inspect your progress over the first year of Destiny and make sure that you've done all the things that you need to do to get that emblem in September. I know a lot of people were pissed that that emblem wasn't actually available on Bungie Day, or as soon as you completed the Moments of Triumph, but that doesn't upset me too much. Is that guy still around? There he is. Hit it! Hit it! Oh! If I didn't have to reload, he'd be dead. Don't let his shield regen. Nice. I'm okay with that. Like, I don't mind waiting a couple of months for an emblem. It's only an emblem. It doesn't change your experience at all, you know? And I think when House of Wolves comes out, we got a lot to look forward to. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. And that's just one of those things. I also really liked the video they showed. The community... I would call it a community spotlight. I thought it was a really good video. I thought it was fun to watch. It was fun to kind of remember. I've watched a lot of the videos that were featured in there. It was cool that they got cosplayers and, you know, guys who had created, you know, 3D versions of the guns and stuff like that. I just thought it was a really well done video. And I really enjoyed watching it. I thought that was a nice gift to the community. I know it's, you know, it's not in-game, but I thought it was really cool. I'd like to finish off this guy. There he is. These guys just take so many hits. It's ridiculous. I heard that servitor start firing at me, so I just wanted to get to safety before anything too bad happened. Alright, he's backed off. See if we can finally kill these guys. There's one of them. Can we get the other one? I don't think I hit that guy. I shot him 5 times. Never hit him. Alright, got some ammo in here. That's a very good thing. They kill our last servitor, and then we can move on. I also kind of like the new armory. Now, the armory itself isn't as good as some of the databases that we've had around for a while. Planet Destiny's database, for instance. It's not actually as good as some of the stuff we've had, but it's nice that it's right on Bungie's website. So if you're on Bungie's website a lot, you know, it's right there for you. These guys are just going to stand there, huh? Alright. And we're going to just bypass this next room. If you stand on this ledge here... Oh, this ledge here. This ledge here. There we go. You can jump up to that window and just kind of bypass the next room. Theoretically, if you can actually make the jump, which I seem unable to do at this point. Let's see here. Good God. Let's see. Third tries the charm. Here we go. Nope, I didn't make it. Oh my God, come on, get in there. All right, now this is a mission in of itself. There we go. So they will shoot at you while you're running up these stairs if they see you. So run up those stairs pretty quick, but you're pretty much good to go. At this point, we'll start seeing some Vex enemies, so I'm going to pop a blue polyphage so I get a little extra glimmer.
We're getting close. I'm detecting a massive surge from the dig site below us.
But yeah, I thought Bungie Day was pretty cool. I mean, there was nothing in-game that was like super cool, and that's too bad. But I did really like that video. No light switch means that I can be a little more aggressive than I'd normally be in a Nightfall. Alright, these guys are giving out some good special ammo, which is nice. The only problem is I don't have any heavy. I'm going to want that for the Minotaurs that are coming up. So I'm going to pop a heavy ammo synthesis so I have it waiting for me. And let's get this started. These harpies aren't too bad. Okay, this goblin is a real pain in the neck. If they come in here, they can be very, very dangerous. You can see how much damage they do. If they get a few direct hits on you, they're really kind of a pain in the neck. So you want to be careful of them. You want to keep your eye on where they are. And take them out as fast as possible. Then we want to take out these snipers. That was a miss. And then the only thing left you really got to be concerned about is the Minotaurs down there. And I'm basically going to wait till I have their attention over here. And then I'm going to loop around to the other door. Actually, maybe I can just shoot them real quick with a Gallahorn since they're bunched up like that. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Alright, we can just clean up the room if there's anything left. I don't see much of anything, though. Nope, nothing left. I would have liked to get a little heavy ammo out of that. I'm going to want it for the Minotaurs that are coming up in the actual Nexus fight later. So I'm just kind of searching around just in case I missed anything, but I don't see much of anything. What was that over there on the stairs? Alright, now there's a group of enemies around the corner here that I'm going to throw a grenade at. Hopefully get some heavy ammo out of these guys. Nothing. Alright, not a problem. We can use a heavy ammo synth once we get to that location. Alright, these guys could actually be kind of a pain in the neck. If you don't take them down real quick, there's so many of them firing at you that they actually take your shields down relatively quickly. Like if you got a couple people running through here using supers on them, you know, you hardly even notice them. But solo, if you don't super them right off the bat, which I don't want to do because I need my super for the next portion. That guy dropped heavy, that's great. They can actually be fairly dangerous, and it's worth being cautious. Alright. Got some heavy ammo there, that's very good. Let's make sure we're loaded up. And let's go fight the Nexus. So my method for fighting the Nexus is to clear out the Minotaurs by jumping up on here. I'll pop a bubble here. That way their rockets can't hurt me. And then I'll pop them with rockets. That was probably a wasted rocket. Normally, because of burns, that goes a little bit faster. But we're not going to worry about it too much. These guys aren't as dangerous as they have been in the past. Be careful not to jump. I always forget that. Unfortunately, my rockets just didn't take these guys down as quickly as I would have liked, so I actually have to fight them. That rocket didn't hit. All right. We're just going to keep kiting these guys around. Hopefully, eventually, get to a point where we can take them down. The problem I'm having is their shields are regenerating kind of faster than I can take them down. Alright, the Nexus is opening, so I'm going to ditch these guys, and I'm going up to my safe spot. This is going to be a little bit dangerous, because I can get killed very quickly in the air, but hopefully we'll get there safely. Alright, there we go. Alright, and from here, we're just going to snipe down at him. He thinks I'm over there. It's weird. And this is pretty straightforward. Not much to it. Once I'm out of Aphrodite's Spear, I'll switch over to... Whoa, hello. I will switch over to Gallahorn, or not Gallahorn, but Icebreaker. And we'll take him down using Icebreaker. If I get into too much trouble, I can pop a Ward of Dawn. But this is just a patience game as well. You know, we're not doing any damage, extra damage from burn modifiers, so it's just going to be a waiting game. You don't want to go back there because the splash damage will get you. You want to kind of stay up front. And gotta wait for your health bar to refill. Again, patience is the key with these things. Alright, so we're out of ammo for that, so I'm going to switch off Gallahorn and put on Icebreaker. We might as well start hitting them with Fatebringer. Waiting for ammo to regen. And this is going to be long, so I might fast forward through some of this because it's going to take a while. Alright, so we've got him nearly down. It does take a long time, you know. Basically, we're doing two things. We're waiting for our health to regen while, you know, after we put some damage on him, and we're waiting for Icebreaker to kind of regen its bullets. Because we didn't take down those Minotaurs, it's also a little more dangerous than it usually is, because they're shooting up here as well. But those Minotaurs just presented so much, they have so much shielding that it was just hard to get them down before the boss actually made his appearance. So that's something to deal with. Normally, you know, we're doing either void damage or, you know, some type of damage and can take those guys down a little quicker, a little easier. So, you know, you might be well suited if you stay up top, try and take down a couple of Minotaurs before you even come down. But just be careful, be wary that the Minotaur could spawn in the cave behind you. So let's pop this guy a couple more times, and that's going to do it. And that will complete our Nightfall. And it really isn't a bad week. You know, it's not as quick and easy as Taniks was last week. But I've definitely seen this strike harder. Void Burn on this strike can make it pretty infuriating. So this wasn't too bad at all. So let's see what rewards we got. I'm actually excited to see this. I love seeing the rewards. Let's see, what do I want? I don't know, man. I've got like all of the exotics in the game right now, so at this point, I'm really kind of hoping for legendary engrams, which is crazy. I think I've got every single exotic in the game. I don't have super good advice because I sharded it. I just didn't need that gun. But other than that, I've got everything. So 111 kills. What did we get? Oh, no kidding. I just bought this week. Intellect 74, Discipline 67. Let's continue, and I will compare that to the one I already have. That's funny, man. I had just got that from Zur this week. He was selling legendary, or I'm sorry, exotic engrams, helmet engrams, and I bought a couple of them. Oh no, was he selling this legit last week? Now I can't even remember. Oh, it's at the vault. So I will head over to the postmaster, and I'll be right back with you. All right, guys. So I just landed. I'm gonna check out this Eternal Warrior helmet from the postmaster. Wow, I've got a legendary engram in here. Unbelievable. All right, so let's take a look. The one I currently have is 69 intellect, 58 discipline. And the new one is 74 intellect and 67 discipline. So that one's actually way better than the one I've got. This one is going to get sharded. I'm going to keep the new one. I'm actually pretty excited about that. I always like to upgrade. It's not a huge boost. It's actually more discipline than intellect boosting, but hey, I'll take that any day of the week. Discipline is a great stat to have. Unfortunately, this Eternal Warrior, I haven't really found a great use for it. It gives you Unstoppable for Fist of Havoc. It basically allows you to have Unstoppable and Shoulder Charge on at the same time. But I haven't really found a use for it. The Helm of Inmost Light seems to be a little more useful to me. But man, I do love the look of it. It's just so creepy looking. There's something about those dead eyes and those cracks underneath the eyes that almost make it look like he's crying. I don't know. The thing is creepy as hell. I love it just for that. I'm going to equip it because it's fun. And it looks a hell of a lot better than the glass house I was using. So not too bad. I'm actually pretty excited about that drop. As far as drops go, that's about as good as I could expect. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you liked it. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.